Barriers of entry. The topic that come to mind when it comes to the barriers of entry, when it comes to art and entertainment, media, selling your product and things like that, it's a super thin barrier of entry. It's literally an app for all of the things that you could be making an excuse for when it comes to putting yourself out there in any type of way, whether it's a song, a new type of production, or just some social media content or anything like that. Just to kick off that topic, I just want to say it's super easy to do.
Yeah, the barriers of entry as a creative they so thin. It's to the point where they non-existent. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about how having go-to collaborators add to your initial style. You don't need state-of-the-art equipment to get started on your product or your branding. It's an app for everything on your phone, and it's an AI tool for everything that you think is holding you back. And we not saying that you don't need good equipment or state-of-the-art equipment.
No, for real, because even on BandLab, just to even talk about that, because that's the whole conversation right there. Like, it's apps for these type of things to the point where it'll give you your foot in the door, but you still have to put in knowledge and expertise of what the skill is that you're trying to do. So just because you can make something sound good easily, that don't mean that it's going to automatically put you at industry standards, even though I wanted to make a point of industry standards nowadays being a lot lower in a lot of these industries, depending on pretty much anything. Like, if you make, a lot of people could tell you, if you make an Instagram, you basically can make money. If you could get followers, you could make money in some type of way. You could market yourself, you could find an audience, a sub niche, provide value in some type of way. It's like people had a vision in their mind of what they wanted to be, and they think that it's about to be some Grammy award winning production when they favorite stuff don't even be that quality.
It's a lot of songs in the industry, or at least the underground industry, where it's not that good of a mix. Certified Trapper got a deal. Man, he signed with Sony all off songs he made in 15 minutes. And his vocals peaking, vocals overlapping. It's certain songs where he's saying 3 bars at the same time.
That go back into quality over quantity is subjective. Because the whole time, the master of the product or the song or the video, like nowadays, bro, any music marketing video that you watch, if they talk about how to release your song or your project, they going to tell you, don't even make a full music video. They going to say, make 10-second videos, 20-second videos, 30-second videos, spread it out to promote your favorite tracks or the tracks that's on your tape or your album or whatever else you about to do. All you gotta do is get on TikTok or CapCut. You know what I'm saying? It'd be simple as that.
It's people who literally make Amazon wish lists of the things we think we need immediately. That's people who make Amazon wish lists of podcast starter kits, bedroom producer starter kits, and the things that make the barriers of entry nowadays so thin and non-existent is, like we said, access to technology. With a lot of the free apps we got, you can make content and distribute it like at the click of a button, like literally.
A YouTube video or a song is basically an advertisement. It's an advertisement of yourself, who you are, what you got going on, and why people should pay attention to you. At the very least, you should be able to upload something of what your craft is or what your interest is that will start to place you within the sub niche. I can remember like when I first started using social media, it was like something that stood out was when you find out about new music. You find out about new music based off like what people are posting on their story or like captions motherfuckers that have. It'll kind of turn you on to the new tape that was out you might not have heard of. What I'm trying to say is how trends spread through sub niches through the low barriers of entry. Using Certified Trapper, for example, you put me hip to him way before even that. You already knew about him, and you was hip to how like the Detroit, Milwaukee scene was kind of starting to relate and blow up all at the same time. And now we looking up weeks later, bro, off the low barrier entry.
Rolling Stone just did an article on all the Milwaukee dudes who blowing up off TikTok. And these is just songs that recorded off BandLab.
Low barrier entry, meaning it don't be as expensive or as hard to get into as you might perceive just from the amount of time it takes to download the information in your mind. Like, you don't have to learn how to do everything, but I feel like you should know a good baseline knowledge of the field that you trying to sell yourself within.
Yeah, and that go into like online education, and that could even just go into making YouTube playlists of what you're trying to learn, or Udemy and Skillshare and even Gumroad. And sometimes they even got free PDFs on what you're trying to learn.
Reddit be perfect for areas of expertise, like specific areas of knowledge.
It's a subreddit for everything. And it's somebody who in there asking a question that you got in your mind.
Oh God, it always be like that. That's part of the collective conscious. The theory of nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? We are just, as creators, we're taking the culmination of everything that we know and flipping it into our own perspective. So it's really the finesse of what your process is, how your workflow, how smooth is your workflow, what's holding you back from your quantity, what's gonna add to your quality.
It's like, it's no gatekeeping nowadays. Like, these factors is making it easier for you to start somewhere. And the most important thing is just to start. Like, that's literally the most important thing, is just to start. And when you're not creating and making your product, when you're not creating, you're supposed to be learning and researching the business side and the actual craft.
For real.
To like actually get better with the skills.
Cause that's gonna count. That's gonna count majorly. It's gonna show also when you go to create your next project or you go to collaborate with your next creator. Like we was talking about how like certain artists use certain videographers a lot and they creative style kind of work together, or certain producers work with certain artists a lot, and it makes a more cohesive project, or it make the creative flow a little easier to get to the end product.
Okay, I got a new music video out, but if you can make some content around that music video, now you're reminding people. You're reminding people to go check out the music video instead of just reposting the music video again. You can make some content around it. You can do a beat breakdown of it, and you don't need to be a top of the line video editor. You can just download CapCut.
It's easy. Like, you really gotta go for the shit that's your low-hanging fruit. Like, literally, what's the most obvious that you could create from your perspective? I'm starting to think that. So learning while you go, that's gonna be a key to making you level up past majority of your competition and the people that's in the same field as you. And don't be afraid to peep what's successful from what other people are doing. Take from that, add that to your edge, but don't make it so ambiguous to where it's like you can't tell. Basically, I say build a script for yourself and build that character behind your brand. The needs of your audience start to stand out to you.
So a couple apps we can go over, and these is just free apps. You know, of course, every app trying to get their little $5.99, but these are just free and low cost apps we gonna get into. So first, Linktree. Linktree is for you to have all your links in one place. So every time you drop in some new content on a different site, you don't gotta keep going into your bio and changing the link.
The app that I'm currently using for my website is called Universe. $10 or $11 a month for your own domain. You could create the whole website on mobile. You don't even need desktop, nothing. You literally, it's like optimized for mobile. It hosts your website. You can make it on there. You could look at other people's templates, and it's very useful.
Stable Cog. That's a good AI image generator. DaVinci Resolve. That's a good video editor. Somebody even said to me that it's almost good as Premiere Pro. Vid.io. VEED.io. That's for audio visualizers. CapCut, like we said, simple and quick edits on your phone. You got OBS. You can just do some simple streaming from your computer. You got Canva, simple graphics from your phone or computer. If you can't afford, things like Photoshop, Illustrator, Freeform, that's a good place for compiling a bunch of notes. We even can go into DistroKid, the music side of stuff. It don't gotta be a mystery around your goals. It don't gotta be a mystery of you getting to the next level of your creative practice. Like, how do I get my stuff on iTunes? How do I get my stuff here? You can get DistroKid. What's that, like $25 a year?
For every one app that does this, it be 5 apps that do the, like, just for CapCut, you got Video Leap. Like, that's another one that the feature is a little cooler, but the shit costs. Anytime you be looking at somebody's shit and you be like, damn, I wonder how they did that. You either do it yourself or you find somebody that do it.
And the last app, Koala. You can make beats on your phone. GarageBand Mobile, FL Studio Mobile, BandLab. All of these is just apps for you to start somewhere if you can't afford $200 FL Studio at the time.
I feel like a big part of this is knowing what to search and knowing what to look up. Just like with the AI, it'd be like what to prompt the computer to do. Any problem that you come across when it comes to you trying to put out your next project and you trying to find distributors for X, Y, and Z for a product, you got to be specific on what it is that you're looking up, and don't let nobody try to sell you a barrier of entry if you know that it's something that you could find out. Until you get to the point where you like, all right, I'm gonna just pay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay for Navi D's course. You know, his Better Beatmaker course.
I'm just the type of person that do a lot of research and just compile the information for what worked for me. But I would say for the general audience out there that's in this niche of you're a creative entrepreneur and you trying to put yourself out there, learn what you can until you feel like you need to buy into something. But don't let that stop you from putting out your product. You need a cover art, it's a click away. It's 3-4 YouTube videos, you know what I'm saying, you probably gonna have to watch until you find out what's the easiest way to release your product. And it don't have to be perfect. You got another step to do after you put your product out there. You have to market, you have to find your audience. So don't hold yourself back with being stuck on the second step or the first step.
Like, it's non-perfect products out by platinum selling artists, you know. Like, that was a big thing I had to, like, take into account. Like, man, this Moneybagg Yo song is not even mixed good. Like, this Famous Deck song is not even mixed good. So why am I racking my brain on a song, you know, on this product? And I forgot to add Lander, Landr.
Lander and eMastered. Them two websites basically do the same.
If you're an artist and you want to mix a song, you know, master a song, and you don't got a big budget, stuff like that, you know, just somewhere to start until you can actually get in a recording studio.
I like the creative process. I'm just that type of person. But I was working with one of my homeboys. Shout out to Indigo Eagle. He was trying to go to the studio. I was just like, man, why we gonna go? We could spend that on the video. I understood what he was saying, though, when it comes to production quality. Even when you watch Rio the Young OG and RMC Mike, they got in-studio videos to where you'll hear the difference between their old stuff and their new stuff. You gotta start somewhere, and then you make improvements along the way.
And your audience is gonna see that timeline of improvement.
The biggest looming issue is that a lot of us is one-person machines. So you gotta give yourself breaks so you don't burn out, and you still got energy to, all right, boom, we spent this time creating the project, boom, it's done. Now we gonna put the marketing into action. It's gonna cost this. We gotta go to our promo pages that we know about, get pricing, you know what I'm saying, see how we gonna roll it out. We gonna get the video, dude. We could get the video done within a week or so, or however your schedule may be. You gotta learn how to use the different parts of your own machine before you could expect money to fall out the sky, you know, to help you sell yourself or your brand, your image.
And that goes into the next subject of having go-to collaborators add into your style. And this goes into having a team, whether it's permanent or for a certain time period. Some things to keep in mind when it comes to picking collaborators and people to work with, and the benefits of it, actually. Because you know the thing with creatives nowadays, being a loner, using introvert as an excuse to hide behind this mysterious creative identity.
Mysterious incel loner. The world just doesn't understand me.
Bat emojis. You know, all of this is not conducive to our success. You know, it's actually a detriment.
But you can't hide from the world. You gotta sell yourself in a way where it's providing a unique experience or a value point.
Whether you like it or not, it's a social side to your creative passion. So you either gonna get with it or you gonna be wasted potential. You gonna be a starving artist. You gonna be complaining on social media talking about when this nigga's gonna give me my flowers, everybody sleeping on me. So some things to keep in mind when it comes to having go-to collaborators, and we're gonna get into examples of what that looks like. Artistic chemistry and consistent content releasing and promotion. When it comes to doing business with another creative who has a contrasting skill set for what you're doing, you want to keep in mind that chemistry and their content track record. Are they actually dropping the stuff they make? Are they actually dropping and promoting the stuff they make? Sometimes we can meet creatives and it's just like, oh man, we should just rap on this song together, when it's like, that might not be the best fitting. What about if you just mix it? What about if you just make the beat? Another benefit of collaboration, and this is what we making these videos for, is creative accountability. When it's 2 or 3 heads on a certain song, it's making that communication gap. It's bridging that gap of communication. So it's ensuring that this product is gonna get out. It's ensuring that this product is gonna get out and promoted. For instance, with the Block Party song with Drago and Sada, their manager was on their head about that. He like, y'all gotta shoot that video. Y'all gotta shoot that video. Next thing you know, blew up. That's a stepping stone in both of their career. Another thing with collaborative partners, it helps you build a more cohesive brand. It's allowing you to merge ideas and visions. This person makes sure your aesthetic and vision and even work ethic, really, and just drive for the actual journey of getting somewhere. You creating a more cohesive brand and body of work. It also allows both parties to build a portfolio. For instance, with a rapper and a producer, even what we doing right now. And it helps you expand your skills and knowledge when you're working with somebody who has contrasting skill sets or expertise in another field that's adding to what you're doing. Another thing, it helps you build your network. So when you're working with other creatives, you got the opportunity to connect with their network and you can expand on your own. For instance, if you're a producer and you in the studio with another artist, that artist might want to be like, who rap over your beats? And you play them some songs that you made with an artist that you locked in with. So, it's just like a cross promotion and it leads to new opportunities. So when you're working with somebody who got expertise in a particular field, you can be introduced to new opportunities that you probably wouldn't have been introduced to otherwise if you just all over the place.
Yeah, and it's like y'all share a platform. It's like both of y'all is on the same stage, on the same production. So it ain't it ain't a one-man show at that point. It's like people is gathering together for the purpose of both of y'all, like what both of y'all stand for.
And the thing to actually look out for is, it's a word called dilettante. Now, a dilettante is a person who cultivates an area of interest in the arts without real commitment or knowledge.
Yeah, that's like a grifter. It's like a promoter, like a janky promoter.
Because let's not forget, like, we are in million and billion dollar industries. Art is $1 million to $1 billion industry. Graphic design, music, these are industries that are very lucrative. Some examples of people when they go-to collaborators: Gucci Mane and Zaytoven, Jerry Production. When you think of him, you think of Lil Durk, Payroll Giovanni. So having these go-to collaborators, it's cross-promoting and it's adding to you and the other person's flair. To where if a person announces their next music project, it's people in the comments like, does so-and-so have any beats on there? Is so-and-so going to shoot any music videos off this project? And it's pushing each other to a new height in y'all career. 1000 Band Fonny and Uno, Rio the Young OG, and Energy Beats. Nah, man, everybody is making energy type beats. It's to the point where both of the names is synonymous with each other. To where you looking up Baby Smooth type beat, but it's also Rocaine. You know what I'm saying? The title. It say Rocaine, Baby Smooth type beat.
I went past the type beat bit, so I'm like, okay, how to make this type beat. Then I'm starting to find it's not even a whole lot of
Hmm.
difference between these beats. Like it's just a certain key, a certain pattern, certain instrument. So I'm like, oh, it just that influence.
And even going back to like the artists having a certain go-to videographers. Even BLB and Young Thug, y'all developing a whole new sound or look or wave by y'all sharing a certain vision.
It's like it's not coincidental
Hmm.
that it sound good or look good together. That's go-to collaboration, creating a whole style.
Yeah, to the point where Lil Got It even had a video by BLB for Loco. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, this remind me of the old Thug. And then I'm like, oh, because BLB. So all in all, it's not bad to collaborate. When you got somebody who share that same vision and drive, like it'll be easy. Y'all come up with something new. Y'all come up with a whole different sound. Like I feel like Gucci Mane and Zaytoven, they the perfect example. That is a whole wave. Like that's probably one of the reasons why artists want to lock in with producers and make a whole couple projects off their beats nowadays. To this day, Create Inspiring Liar, Red Dot, Envy vs Worldwide, Goya, forever.
Forever.
Do 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 do.